Namaste. And welcome to Yoga for Healthy Digestion. The emphasis will be on twisting poses, forward bends, and other things that exercise the abdomen. Ayurveda means knowledge of life and longevity, and it's a wellness system that has been practiced in India for over 2,000 years. Ayurvedic therapies are designed to build up agni, the internal fire that promotes metabolism and digestion. Eating freshly prepared and locally sourced food is recommended. Eating foods that are difficult to digest or too much food can result in Aama, which blocks the body's channels and organs, preventing the body from absorbing essential nutrients. Yoga asana practice can help clear Aama. And pranayama also. So we'll also have some Kapalabhati breathing. Kapalabhati means shining skull, and it cleanses a whole system. We'll have mudra, dhyana mudra. Place the left hand in your lap, palm face up, and then the right palm on top of that so that the tips of your thumbs can gently touch together. And rest your awareness inwardly. Dhyana mudra promotes natural ease and meditation and deep contemplation. By joining the thumbs, there's an increased flow of fire energy and enhanced inspiration. And this is said to help eliminate impurities and aid assimilation, both on the physical and etheric planes. So take a few moments to meditate on this internal fire, this agni. Taking complete breaths in, rise up through the crown of the head and roll the shoulders back. And complete exhalation, pulling the navel to the spine and squeezing out all the old air. Inhale to nourish yourself, cleansing and purifying the body. Nourishing yourself with the inhale and cleansing yourself with the exhale. Yeah. Please release the mudra, walk the fingertips forward and fold over the hips. Let your body sway side to side, around, wherever feels nice to stretch in your back, shoulders, neck. And then rise, lift up. Lift the right arm, crescent to the left side. Then inhale and switch. Exhale to the right side. And alternate a few more times from side to side, opening up that waist, the rib cage, and the side body. Then come up to the center, cross the left hand to the right knee, and roll the shoulders up and back. Turn, look over the right shoulder. And release, twist to the second side, right hand to left knee. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, twist gradually towards the left. Taking complete breaths. Keeping shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. And release. Turn to the front, open the legs to a wide angle. Spread the toes, slide to the front of the sitting bones. And inhale, lift up through the crown. And exhale, fold forward. Tightening the kneecaps, the quadricep muscles, pull the thigh bones back deep into the hip sockets. Inhale, re-lengthen the neck and spine, and exhale, gradually deepen forward. The longer the breath, the more time you have to ease gently into the stretch, remembering to engage the muscles that you're stretching. So squeeze the leg muscles as you're folding, hug them to the bone, and over a series of breaths, your body can relax a little more into the stretch. You're not fighting the tension and the muscles. Allow them this time to become a little more elastic. Now, lift up the head, lift up the knees, and draw the right heel back under the left so that right heel is by the left hip. And sit up tall, draw the left knee in towards the chest, and even wrap, if you choose, the elbow, right elbow around the left knee, beginning to twist around to the left. Another variation for some is to cross that left ankle to the outside of the right knee. And if you're ready to, even cross the right elbow over the left knee. And make sure the shoulders stay down and relaxed. The neck long. Oh, interesting. Unwind, inhale, and we'll switch the legs. Lift the right knee up and draw the left heel under and back towards the right hip. And begin with a mild variation where you can keep both sitting bones firmly grounded. Maybe wrapping is the next stage to twist a little deeper. Breathe more calmly, thoroughly. With complete inhalations, growing taller, and complete exhalations, twisting inwardly. Finally rest that. Come back to a cross-legged pose. We'll do some of our Kapalabhati breathing, the cleansing breath. In this practice, you engage the abdominal muscles to blow air out through the nose in a burst of air. And the inhalation is just going to happen passively, allowing the lungs to refill. Okay, turn it off. Good. All right. If at any point you're starting to feel woozy or dizzy, just go back to normal breathing. Don't push the pranayama. Okay. Now, moving the diaphragm with the abdominal muscles, and the diaphragm is going to push the air out of the lungs, or the abdominal muscles are going to push the air out of the lungs through the nostrils, creating this little burst of air. And then just let your lungs refill at their own natural pace. And just breathe normally for a little bit now. And notice if you were feeling a lot of tension in your chest or in your throat, you need to focus a little bit more here at the navel center and not try and chest breathe with your shoulders and neck. Okay, but just from the pit of the stomach, begin that contraction so that the air is blown out through the nostrils like you're blowing out a candle that was a little bit in front of you here. Now, rest your breathing back to normal with some deep inhales, long exhales. Okay, and coming off my blanket here for better balance. And we'll next balance on the sitting bones for our boat pose, Navasana. Great pose to build agni in the core. So we can support with the hands, the backs of the thighs, rolling the shoulders back, lift the heart, and then try and straighten the knees. Okay? And with deep breaths, you may want to let go of the hands and hold 5 more breaths. Let the pose breathe as you breathe. 1 more breath. Great, and release. Feet down. Let's turn around into healing, into child's pose. Have a little rest there. Inhale, expand in the back of the rib cage, in the back of the neck, and even in the abdomen. So you and then exhaling, bow forward, pull the navel in, melt the shoulders, and let the pose breathe as you're breathing. Expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. Great pose for massaging internal organs. Now we'll lift back up here. Come up to table pose and take the right arm out to the side and twist, tuck the right shoulder under. And twisting child pose. And gradually stretch the back and outside of the right and back of the neck and the right shoulder. And inhale, lift the right shoulder up. And begin the second side, twisting the left arm underneath. Tuck the chin and begin stretching the outside of that left shoulder, the back of the neck. Pulsing a little with the breath. And as you're finished, lift the left shoulder up. And we sit back to the heels, hero pose. Take the forearms and cross the forearms, holding opposite hand to opposite wrist. And then tuck the wrists underneath the base of the rib cage. So right down or around the navel. And then start to fold forward. Now there's going to be even more pressure on the abdomen. Inhale, lengthen the back. And exhale, begin to relax into that pressure. Pulsing a little with the breath as you lift slightly on the inhale and fold a little farther on the exhale. All right, and lift up. Inhale, lift up to a high kneeling position for a little counter stretch here, and the hands coming behind the hips. Camel pose. Lift up the chest and tilt the head back. Squeeze the buttocks as you support the lower back. You may even choose to reach down to one heel at a time. And then inhale, reach up, arms overhead, lift out to a straight back. And now release just the left hand back down to the waist. Take the right arm and look back over the left shoulder towards the left foot. Twist and arch back. This left hand could also come to the left heel for a twisting camel. And switch sides. Bring the right hand down to the right hip. Lift the left arm and twist to the right, looking back towards that right heel. Now squeeze the buttocks, lift up, and gradually reach back down with the right hand to the right heel. And release. As you're ready, bring the left hand down and both hands back to the mat. Okay. Downward dog would feel good here. So pick up the knees, walk the legs, move the hips in circles, side to side, figure eights. Just create a little movement in your back and hips. And one way or another, bring the right foot forward, and the left knee down for a nice lunge. Pick the hands up to the front knee and pause as you refocus muscular energy into the core. And inhale, lift up the arms. Big breath, opening the chest, opening the abdomen as you arch back. Press down through the legs so much that you can arch back deeply. And release. The left hand's coming all the way down to the mat, while the right arm circles back up to the sky, and get a nice twist, looking up to the right hand. Another option is to bind the back foot, the right hand reaching back behind you to that left foot. So it's a twisting bind. And finally release. Hands down. Begin to straighten the right leg. Fold forward. Take your time. Relaxing on the inhale, realign the neck and spine. And with the exhale, tighten the tummy so you can stretch, fold, and pulse a little bit with each breath. And bring the left hand closer under the left shoulder. Press down through the fingertips or the palm and open the right arm, reaching back behind you a little. As you twist the chest open, look up. Good. And rest. Bring the right hand down. And we'll switch sides. How you want to do it. You can come through downward dog, or just step the left foot forward from table pose. So right knee resting on the mat, ground through the legs. Take a breath, finding the gravity, the power of your core, connecting you deeply into the mat so that you can lift the arms with confidence. Pressing down through the legs so much you lift the heart and feel a nice back bend. All right, lowering the hands, the right fingertips or palm to the mat. Circle the left arm up and twist to the left side. Good. Deep breaths. Beautiful. Excellent. Now, lower the option there. So you can have that kind of twist. You can rest, or you can go on to this monkey twist where you bind the left hand to the right foot. Roll the shoulders back, open the throat, and breathe. And smile. Yeah. So let's find our way into that hamstring stretch where we're folding forward over the left hip, lifting the left toes up, and easing into it with gentle iterations. Going a fraction deeper each time you exhale. Full stretch of the hamstring, calf. Bring the right hand closer under the right shoulder, and then sweep the left arm up for a twist. Keep engaging the inner thighs, pressing that left heel down against the mat. Pulling the left thigh bone back into the hip socket. All right, and lower the left hand. And let us go. Nice counter stretch, this downward dog. So spreading the fingers, clawing into the mat with the fingertips. Lift up the knees and widen the feet, hip distance apart. Now, we're going to modify this downward dog a little bit. Walking the feet a little closer in and widening them to the width of the mat. And now the heels should rest pretty securely on the floor. We're going to twist our dog. Take the right hand, thread it underneath to the outside of the left leg. Lift up through the navel, twist, and look under the left armpit. Good, and rest. Bring the right hand down and press the hips back. And thread the left arm underneath. Hold the outside of the right leg. And as you press the right arm palm forward, send the right hip crease back. Twist and look up under the right armpit. I always think of Kevin Kline doing that, and Fish Called Wanda. Okay, rest left hand down, and knees down, chest down. A nice rest for us. The legs close to the midline, and the palms a little behind the shoulders, and then twist the heels from side to side, rocking the hips, and curl the chest up a little higher towards cobra, rocking the hips from side to side, twisting the neck and head. And if you wanted, you could tap one foot behind, and then twisting the opposite foot taps behind. All right. Now rest down to the mat, and your arms along your side, the palms face down. Let's move on to bow pose. Half bow. We can start there. Right arm forward. Bend the left knee and bind that left ankle. Inhale, lift the right arm. Lift the left knee. And press the abdomen into the floor. As you inhale, lift and lengthen. One more breath, and release. Rest the legs and arms, chin. Breathe into the back, and prepare the second side by binding the right hand to the right ankle. Start to lift that left arm, and lift the right knee. Looking down slightly so there's no pinching in the back of the neck. Lift and expand on the inhale, and strengthen in the back as you exhale. Good, and rest both arms down, chin down, legs resting. Continue resting if you choose, or bend both knees for full bow pose, holding the ankles with both hands. And sometimes we have to widen the knees to find the ankles, but if you did that, now bring the knees back towards the midline. Start to lift the chest, lift the knees. Breathe, strong breaths, fire up this pose. The breath gives you a little rocking movement. Okay, and let's all rest down, the legs, chest. going to finish off our prone poses with locust pose, or another variation of that, which I'll go into in a moment. Now, with the locust pose, the palms are just face down, arms by your sides. And as you press down through the hands, begin to lift the legs. You can keep your chin down. Okay. And now rest the legs, open the heels, let every part of your back relax. Now, I'm going to show you one or two options you can try. If you want to repeat what you just did, that's fine too. Okay, one option is locust pose with the arms inside underneath the abdomen, like so. The palms are still down, or may even want to make little half fists with your knuckles. Okay, so this is all down on the floor underneath you for this other version of locust. Let me first come down. You roll one hip up and then the other hip up, and then start pressing those knuckles down. And that gives you added leverage. You might be lifting your legs quite a bit higher than you did in the previous version. Or like a rooster tail. Okay. All right. And then there's one other option that's even more exciting, and that's Mayurasana, peacock pose. For that, I'm going to need a little assistance from my strap. Yeah. Using the strap, put that around the upper forearms here. Not too wide, so maybe I'm going to take this in a little bit here. Okay, so I have a loop in the strap that prevents my elbows from separating, basically, here. They're gonna, the strap's gonna be around the base of the biceps, above the elbows. Okay, and then the palms are coming to the mat with the fingertips pointed back towards the knees. Okay, and that's maybe a little tighter too. Okay. Okay. Now, the exciting part. This is an arm balance. The backs of the elbows come into the lower abdomen, putting nice pressure there. Start to lift the legs. You balance on the hands. And keep going up with the legs. And I did a little nose plant, but it wasn't painful. There. So that's a crazy option, I know, Mayurasana, but it's believed to have amazing properties, power for digestion. Now I guess we can come up to standing. A nice wide stance here as we take a functional forward fold. Well, first there's the A and P, which is some more abdominal work, strengthening the abdomen. So I'll show you from the side. Your hands are resting on your knees. On the inhale, the lower back is arched, sitting bones lifted. And on the exhale, the back is rounded. You tuck the tailbone by pulling the navel up and in. So inhale, arching the lower back, and exhale, rounding, tightening the tummy. Fully empty all the old air on the exhale. So then you'll be able to take an even deeper inhale. You go nice and slow so you can really find all those little muscles in the abdomen, the pelvis. Okay, now go ahead and fold all the way forward in this wide stance until the hands rest on the floor. And start a little movement here, like a little monkey moving around the hips, head, shoulders. Bend and straighten the knees a few times. Squatting. You may even be able to squat down enough to lift the heels and bring the elbows inside the knees. Just hug the knees in against that resistance, so the elbows pressing out. Good. And then lift the hips, straighten the knees. Bring the feet a little closer together to hip distance. So, feet hip distance apart. And then bend knees, squat down again. Lifting the heels, balance on the balls of the feet. Okay. Now bring the left arm inside, in between the legs. Use the left elbow with leverage against the inner left knee. And then twist the right arm open, looking up to the right hand. All right, now switch sides. Bring the right hand down, the arm inside the right knee, and lift the left arm up. And lower down. Okay, lift the hips up. And step up to the front of the mat. Let's see, we'll make that this side. It's a little brighter at this end. Okay. Surya Namaskar. Do the sun salute. Surya, the sun god, adding even more fire to our practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up, arch back, and exhale, open the arms, fold forward, bend the knees, and step back to high plank. Inhale with arms straight, back straight, and exhale, bend the elbows, lower down, part way or all the way. Inhale, curl up into cobra or upward dog. Now, curl the toes under, exhale, press the hips back to downward facing dog. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. Okay, inhale, look up, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. And then inhale, hop forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, stand, Tadasana. Exhale, resting, relax. Feel the warmth, that inner glow begin to burn a little more brightly. Maybe it was kind of a dull orange to begin with, and it's getting a little brighter, more white. Inhale, we'll do another. Surya Namaskar. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, step back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then exhale to downward dog. Breathe in down dog, letting the breath in be a part of the pose. Help you create the pose. Now inhale, look up, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale, spring forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Then inhale, stand up with the arms lifting, the palms together. Bring the feet together. And then bend the knees. Come down into a squat. Hands at the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Down. Twist to the left and hook the right elbow over the left knee. Gaze can go up over the left shoulder. All right, release, inhale, lift the arms, straighten the legs, touch the palms. And exhale, bring hands to the heart, bend the knees, squat back down. Twist to the right this time, the left elbow crossing over the right knee. Good, and release. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms, hooray. And exhale, hands back to the heart. Okay. Step the right foot back, bend the left knee. Okay. Hold on to the left knee as you adjust your feet, get them where you want them to be. And then options here, right fingertips to the floor, under the right shoulder, or the right elbow crosses over the left knee and the palms press together. So you have some options to open the arms or press the palms together, however you want to approach this Parvrita Parshvakonasana, or the rotated side angle. Okay, and we're going to switch sides. Step the right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Okay, now the left hand can stay there on the floor, or you can bring that left elbow up and across the right knee. Press the palms together. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, the navel to the spine. Power in the legs. Good. Last breath. And release the hands down. Step the left foot forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, relax. All right, another standing pose. This time we're going to add some balance to the twist. Okay, we'll do sailboat. Finding a nice solid foundation for the left foot. Balance on the left leg. And lift the right knee up. Try holding that with your hands. Try rolling the shoulders back. Breathing. Keep holding with the left hand. Take the right arm, begin opening it slowly to the right side. And now follow that with your gaze as you're twisting around to the right, following your right arm till it's pointed behind you. Other variations, obviously, are the right leg straightens. Okay, challenge there. We'll do the second side in a moment. First, just let your body, again, connect deeply to the earth. Feeling the soles of the feet spread and widen. Good. Ground through the right leg. Lift up the left knee. And again, holding that knee with the hands. Balancing on the right leg. Continue holding with the right hand to the left knee. Open the left arm. And slowly turn your head. Gazing at the left hand. Now take that left hand even farther back behind. Doing that is a challenge, and add more challenge by straightening the left leg, holding the outside of the foot. Okay, and we'll rest that one. More intermediate pose. Can come on back to a more restful position on our back, supine. And please hug the right knee to your chest once you're on your back. Letting your arms lengthen on the inhale, the abdomen expand, and squeezing the navel in on the exhale, and the arms drawing the knee a little closer. Now extend the right leg, hold the back of the leg, and soften the knee on the inhale, making the shoulders comfortable, the head comfortable on the floor. And with your exhale, then press against the hands, straighten the knee, push up through the ball mound of the foot. And over a series of breaths, and bringing that right leg closer to the head. And now bend the right knee, so the right knee is towards the right armpit, and holding the ankle, the foot, wherever you want, begin to bring that right knee down in half of a happy baby. Good. Now rest the right foot down to the mat. The right knee is still bent, and you're pressing the right foot down, lift the right hip up, and roll over onto your left side. Cross the right knee over, hold it with the left hand, and then twist the head to look back over the right shoulder, the right palm face up. Inhale, lengthen, the bottom leg straight and the spine straight. And on the exhale, twist around that axis. Relax the twist on the inhale and engage more muscular energy around the pelvis on the exhale. Now rest onto your flat back. Extend the right leg. And then hug the left knee into the chest. Beginning to pulse a little bit with each breath. Tightening on the exhale. Relaxing on the inhale. So there's no impediment to the breath. Complete breaths. Straighten the left leg. Hold the back of the thigh or a strap over the foot, or some yogis bind the big toe with the left hand. do what's appropriate for you and make those little fine-tuning adjustments, inhaling, sense where you need to modify, maybe change where you're holding in the leg. And on the exhale, stretch to your comfortable capacity. The longer your breaths, the more time you have to decide where that limit is. Now, bend the left knee, bring the left knee towards the armpit, half of a happy baby. Or holding either the ankle or the outside of the foot. You can use one hand, you can use both. And rest the left foot to the mat, press it down so you can lift the left hip up and roll over onto your right side. Carefully twisting to the right with the right hand across the left knee. Open the left arm. Avoiding those water bottles is important. Twisting and breathing. Inhale, straighten the spine, the bottom leg to one perfectly straight axis that you can twist around the center of that axis. Good. Rest again flat onto the back. Lift both knees. And with Apanasana, we're hugging both knees into the chest. Letting the arms lengthen on the inhale and tightening them on the exhale. Hold the navel to the spine. Apana is the type of prana that is of a descending nature. So apana helps us eliminate through the digestive tract. And not only the physical waste, but also our mental waste. Garbage in our minds, apana helps drain that away. And now resting the feet back to the mat. Extend the legs straight. Cup the hands under the buttocks, lifting one side at a time. And then press the elbows down, lift the chest up. Let your head tilt back. So this is opening the chest, opening the abdomen. Opening the throat. Matsyasana, fish pose. Now, tuck the chin back down to the throat and gradually roll down flat onto your spine. Good. You are done. Take a full body stretch. Lift the arms, spread the legs, and now stretch every little muscle in the hands and fingers and the wrists and the arms. And the shoulders and back, the hips and legs, the ankles, the feet, and the toes need a stretch. And the face muscles also need a stretch. Give them some funny faces, stick out your tongue. And when you're satisfied, every muscle is happy to rest, bring your arms down along your side. Tuck the shoulder blades under the back, the palms face up, and the feet about hip distance apart. And then just check the alignment of your spine and neck, your arms and legs, making everything comfortable. And when you've covered yourself, aligned your body, whatever you need to do, begin to rest a little more deeply into the floor. Relax in Shavasana, corpse pose. And your body knows how to relax, and you just give it the time and space to do it. When you feel safe and warm, contented and happy, knowing that you've done something good for yourself today, started off the day right, and improved your capacity to digest and assimilate not only the food that you consume, but also all the mental input. That you can feel each muscle in your body become a little more loose and limp with each breath. Nourishing yourself on the inhalation and letting go of any tension or stress on the exhalation. Just breathing as though your whole body breathes. Rewarding your body for this exercise it's given this morning by letting it really relax and let go now. And scan your body to notice if there's any holding in muscles around your mouth or jaw. And let those go a little more slack. Allow your shoulders to rest a little more comfortably and naturally without holding tension in the neck or shoulders. And allow your arms to feel heavy and trustfully surrender onto the mat, letting go in the hands, fingers, releasing any grasping or tension there. And give your back permission to rest completely without any effort, without holding any tension in the back. Just surrender into the mat. And relax any tension in the abdomen and hips. Melting away tension, dissolving and evaporating. Moving down the legs, letting the legs now rest heavily onto the floor. Allow the floor to hold the legs. You don't have to hold them anymore. You don't have to hold any tension in your feet or toes. Give them permission now to rest and let go. And just enjoy this complete relaxation that you've earned today. And allow this peace, this serenity, and this ease to trickle into the mind a little also, that the mind can take a little rest and just be present in this experience. how wonderful you feel. How satisfying and fulfilling a nice healthy asana practice is, coupled with some pranayama. It really boosts the metabolism, bringing up the fire element, agni, to burn away any impurities, and to also manipulate, massage all the internal organs of digestion and elimination so they can feel more nourished with the increased blood flow, and to loosen up, realign all the organs, get them functioning at their optimal level. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now start to deepen your breath and gradually reawaken the muscles, moving the fingers, and the head, and the body, awakening piece by piece. And then next, to roll over it onto your side. Allow your mind to also awaken to the room around you, to be present in this time and space with one another once more, so that you can sit up once more here in the easy seated pose, creating dhyana mudra by placing the right hand over the left hand, the palms face up, and the tips of the thumbs touching. May you find health and happiness through your practice of yoga. Namaste.